Oh my goodness, I wasn't even gonna go live. I've been like sleep all day. Okay. Hello everyone. Here, flip. I'm like late-ish, probably. But it's okay. It's okay. You know, we're here. We're queer. You know, it just is what it is. But hello everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, I missed you all. Yes, I did. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Please hit the like. Can you all hear me and see me? Can you all hear me and see me? I just like jumped on this device. Um, that happened. That happened. Hello, everyone. This light I feel. Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? It's this lights. I can't see. That's it. Wait a minute. That's him. False. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. This light is bright. The future is so bright. Oh, my word. My future's so fucking bright. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, hi, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Lindsay, Trisha, JB, my baby, Creole. Hi, Bill. Bernice channel. Hello. Hello. Yeah, this little lot of mess. I'm gonna let it fast. Like raw. So yeah, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. Because now y'all started it. Y'all started it. Y'all started it. Y'all started it. I came over here to talk about Diddy not testifying. And stick that in a little piece of that herb. And a little piece of that herb. The whole no, because you guys started it. So since y'all started it, whatever. Netter, you be pressed at me. Let me see what they got. Netter, you be mad. Listen at me. Listen at me. Listen at me. Now, Netter, look at here. Okay. You be pressed with the SeanDavieWay coming at you, right? But, Netter, I ain't never did this. Hold on, I gotta show you. I ain't never did this, Netter. Girl, Netter. Netter. But you mad at me, though. Netter. Netter. But you got a problem with me. But you mad at me. I didn't do this yet. I yet. I didn't do but you mad at me. Netter. But you mad at me. You mad at me though. You mad at me. You mad at me. I could be digging in you like this. At least I'm over here playing your music. Look at that eye. I'm about to fall off the chair. Look at that eye. I cannot I cannot shout out to is it right here? Lord. Okay. Oop, it's locked. It locked. It's locked. So I'm gonna shout her out. Oh, it's right on the screen. Boom, my girl. Now, how you say that? Her fly? Ooh, this is my girl. Ooh, she messy. Netter. Netter, but you mad at me. Look at that eye, y'all. Stop it. Oh. I'm doing fine, baby. I'm doing fine. This little Netta, little Netta. I had a question, baby. It's uncanny. And I ain't think I was supposed to security money. And I was just calling to see, I need my medication. But you man. I was just calling to see, do you guys take food stamps? I cannot. Girl, she ate. She ate. We don't take food stamps for medication. Oh, Netter, but you mad at us. You mad at the untouchables. Let's go. Who is this? I don't want to destroy her name, but her name is right here. NAKHIHEFLY 24. My phone. Yes, yes, yes. I don't want to slaughter it. I want to slaughter it, but this is my girl. She on TikTok. This is my girl. I'm over there on the TikTok now, y'all. Yes, the Lord done bless me and sent me over there to the TikTok, y'all. So I'm over there on the TikTok, y'all. Yes, yes. Hold on, y'all. Yes, I'm over there on the ticks of the talks. The Lord done blessed me with an account over there. Y'all get on over there. Y'all hurry on up, hurry on up. Sean David, baby, the moms be dropping it in the chat. And I'm a girl. But Netta, you mad at me? But you mad at I'm like, I could be over here on YouTube really frying. Okay? You've been warned. Okay? Known to do a dress up or two, and I nail it. I nail it. Okay? I nailed the Tasha K look years ago. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay? I just dressed Haggy All right. Nailed it. Nailed it. Loved it. That's just what that word. So I'll be spot on. Please don't go make me buy 4 dreads. Please. 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 Netter. Do not make me go buy 4 dreads and some star crunches. Because I will just apply them on my face. Yes. Absolutely. I will damage my pores for you. I will come over here with some real life Star Crunch and I will blend it. I will blend it. I sure will. I sure will. And correct. And I will glue a chocolate M&M, a peanut one, and I will glue a chocolate brown peanut M&M right here. I'll put it right here. Play with it. Play with it. Correct. Correct. I will go get some glasses. I will go, girl. I will go get some glasses so big. Oh girl. Oh girl. And I will do the whole live like that. The whole live. Correct. I will go get some balloons. Play with me if you want to. Correct. I will wrap a Pirelli tire around me. Correct. And write Gucci on it. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. Girl, please. Yes. Yes, netter. I will go into one of these bodegas and get a swimsuit where you get yours at. Correct. Correct. I will go over to a little Chinese mart and get me 3, 4 Prada bathing suits real quick. Like this girl. Cause you do. Okay. I will go on Temu and go crazy. I would do outfit changes. I would do a performance. Is this thing on? I'm just trying to find my way. Everybody got something to say. I would do a whole performance. I will stand up for the girls. I will stand up for the girls. Yes. I will stand girl, I will stand up for girls. I stand up for the girls. Like look at here. Look at here, Netter. I will put pillows in me because I'm not shaped like you. Nothing is. No one is. No. No. Nothing is shaped like you. So I will put some pillows and socks and all of the girl. I will get it together. Correct. And some overalls. And some overalls. Like I sure will do. You better ask about me. Netter. You better ask about me. Girl, I get down with the get down. Like, I am an idiot. Like, girl, y'all stupid, but I'm stupid. Like fresh, like that's death, that's, you know, that's dope. Like that's stupid dope, like me. Y'all stupid. Correct. Correct. Y'all don't know basic math. Netter. We're not about to do this. Remember when you was sitting up here talking to Charles because y'all was like low key poor and y'all need our assistance. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Netter, remember we was over here talking about these Trader Charles with Charles, girl? Because Charles was over here trying to brag about this 200 credit score. Netta done sat over here and tore up this poor man credit. Okay? Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please the like. Now, Netta, look at here. We done caught you. This is why you ain't supposed to let him speak. This why he's supposed to be talking in front of you so you can tell him when and what not to say. And I'm a girl because he's starting to learn, girl. Yes, girl. Saul sat over there that his credit score, his credit score was 700. Which is cute. That's cute, right? 700, right? And he said now his shit is 200. So Netter, before you, he had a credit score of 700. Now his credit score is 200. Listen to him, y'all.
To now 200.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
From almost 700 to now 200. That's right, people.
What?
I got a 200 credit score.
And he's standing with a smile. I got a 200 credit score. Yep.
From almost 700 to now 200. That's right, people.
Netta, what you do to this man credit
score?
What did you do? You know, PA worker, that is a financial abuse. Ask his PCA worker, ask his payee, girl, you got your nerve. Girl, how he go from a 700 to a 200 Netta? Netta, what is his credit goal? In that trailer? And that rent center furniture that they came and took back? And that oven, that stove? They came and take, that's why your stove wasn't working, you wasn't getting another one? Because rent center wasn't going to bring, no. So you went and took the old one out the shed, the one with that where the oven didn't work, girl. And you brought that one back in the house trying to make it look like you still got a little piece of change. With that bird, girl, ain't no shame, girl. It's okay. It is okay. It's a lot on y'all to be up during the sunlight. That's why you want to be live. Girl, the sun is a lot. That's why you wear them big ass glasses because you already can't see unless it's dark outside. Cause you can find some in the dark, can't you? Yeah. Love that traumatized that. So Netta, what happened to his credit score? Rich ass bitch. What happened to his credit score? What you do? What? Yeah, I need you to come on down, unfold them wings, and come on down and let us know what happened to this man. Look. Netta Doubtfire. Hello? Why his credit? Ain't y'all rich? What his credit score doing that 700? All them cars and stuff you was renting, you was putting that in your name? And I hear y'all still owe a bill or two. Having them recordings play, people get when y'all get out talking about some Netta, Charles. Oh my God, it's Miss Netta. It's like, look at here, big man, big man, big man. Nobody yelling at no damn where, but down there in Alabama, you got your nerve. So, girl, I want to know what happened to Charles' credit.
To now 200.
Yeah, now he real undesirable. Girl, Netta, if you thought we ain't want him before, girl.
Almost 7 to now 200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost that. 700 to now 200.
200.
That's right, people.
That's right, people.
I got a 200 credit score.
Just 200. That's it. That's all Netta. Oh, girl. Netta, I wonder what happened. And then Netta, again, like I said with y'all math, he said he almost had a 700, so he was at a 699, and then you brought him over to the damn trailer, and then since then now it's down to a 200. So it's giving the credit card a merch. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Now I prefer you when you were bigger. Yes, yes, yes. Nutter, I think you should get fat again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got skinny and not skinny. You got smaller and felt like I mean cute. If I get smaller, I'm gonna be sexy. No, mm-mm. Correct. And you're like 8 feet. Nutter, you over in size 14. Nutter, you're like what, something? So that means that your head don't start going on the wall at 6 feet. Mm, that's huge. So yeah, like so it's like yeah, you're like massive. So yeah, I think I liked you better with because I feel like that's why I didn't talk no like I didn't have any like smoke for you. You know what? I just figured that out. I love me. I'm amazing. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. I just noticed that when you were bigger, when you were plus size, when you're a fat bitch, because you're still like are, but like not, you were a lot more fun. You were literally tons of fun, right? And I found you really comical. Like first saw like your videos and whatnot. I'm like, oh, like give him a break. Like he's trying. You got to start somewhere. You know. And I didn't have a problem with Netter because I never said anything negative, or anything like that because Netter been ugly because while all of that was going on, Netter was still ugly. Correct. But I didn't take issue with it because I appreciated the confidence that Netter did show. Because when some people are like really self conscious, secure, they shun themselves from the world. Like they don't really want to be seen. They really don't take pictures and things that be like put on social media. A lot of them will be like, oh, I'm going to wait till I like lose weight or until I get my nose job or until I get rid of some of this acne or like whatever, blah, blah, blah. And when I get that stuff done, then I'm going to be a thirst trap. you know, then I'm gonna do it. And sometimes that stuff don't happen. So you go years and years and years and years off of social media, right? And so when it came to Netter, I appreciated that Netter was confident enough to still like come forward and showcase himself. And again, it may not have been in the best approach with some things, like some of the skits and what they were directed to, but it's a good start, right? It's when he went viral for that 1 month, because that's all it was. So when he went viral for that 1 month, he really let it go to his head. He really did. So it showed his true intention. Instead of people thinking that Netterd was this lovable, funny, eccentric, like anti-gay, type of person, auntie uncle, gay type of person, looked fun. When I was like, oh, okay, like, who's this? What am I? I feel like it was like that. And then when that little viralness happened, he really let it go his head, and then he started to get really nasty and ungrateful and unappreciative of all of the support that he was getting. And I think the idea that people had of him, he started to show that that's not who he was. So a lot of people had their own idea, of what and whom he is, and then I think over time he changed it, and it was in a negative way. I don't think it was a positive way. So I think it. I do. I think it's when he started letting it go to his head. Because before it's like, no, you should be grateful and happy, of all of your success and all of that. Yeah, correct. Here, flip. So, yeah, D middles, because it's a lot of us. My name is very common. It's a beautiful name. It's so pretty. So pretty. It's D to be specific, middle initial D. Yeah, run it. run it. So, yeah. Here, flip. Oh, Graham. So I feel like that's what it was. I feel like it was the energy and the time and how he could have took a moment, really became like, because a lot of people do that, take a viral moment and become a name, off of that viral moment. And I think he did the opposite. Like he got really nasty and conniving and shady and conceited and whatnot. And people were just kind of looking like, you saying all of this ugly, right? It's like, yeah, I'm doing your makeup, but you still ugly. Why? It's like, yeah, I'm doing your hair, but I feel like it's a lot of people that were holding back, how they really felt because, they wanted you to do well. I do. I think they wanted you to do well, but I don't think anybody that's telling Netter that Netter is like. Anyways, so moving right along. So, I found that interesting, and Netter again. You know, hold on, you don't have to be messy. She's so mad. She like poor. Like I mean, I don't see what the issue is. Okay, y'all, the funds is running over there with Netter and Charles. Was that? I gotta listen close. She paying a car note. Netter, he paying a car note today. They calling him to pay a car note. Yeah, I'm messing. He said that's about to come out of our savings, out of 15. So at this point in time, they got $1,500 in savings, right? And Charles Carno is about to come out of the savings. Girl, no, I'm messy. No, I'm messy. Oh well. Oh well. So yeah, it's $1,500 inside of the savings. Like outrage. And then Netter, like they about to take the car payments out the savings. So since they about to take the car payment out of savings, it's really about to knock us down. It's really about to knock us down. So she's saying like this, we only about to have a few dollars. We only about to have a few dollars. Okay. So it means Arby's about 2, 3 more times and that's it. And that is no more. Okay. We're gonna have to hold on to the rest of it because they're gonna take the Netflix, the on the 21st and all that we get the little tick from YouTube, but we got to pay this and we got to pay that and we got to pay this because it's not as much as it used to be. The reason it's not as much as it used to be, Netter, the reason why your views ain't eating how they used to be, Netter, is because I'm not going live about you every day. Oh, you don't know? Oh, you don't know? Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, you thought you was really that girl? No, you're really that dude, chick. So yeah, that's why your views went down. I haven't been talking about you. Ooh, I've been busy. You're welcome. hmm You was getting averaging 30 to 40K with me and you going back and forth because you were still shading me and so whatever. There was a fight amongst men. Correct. I'm over here sitting on dick comfortably because I do it every day. Correct. You over there doing the same thing. All right. You just use yours to sit and pee. I use mine to do all types. So yeah. Netterd. What you thought that were? Yeah. Uh-huh. Correct. You thought it was you? No. No. But let me go live every day. Netter. Girl, they gonna flock over there. Let me go live every day playing songs and all that. Girl, they like the song when I play it more than you. You can play it at this point, they be over it. Let me have it on. Whole nother vibe. So it's just like, girl, that's cute though. But to you, do your thing. Girl, I told you I don't hate you, Netter. I just don't like you. That's it. That's, I would see you walk like right past you. And if you say anything smart, I will beat your ass. That's it. But other than that, we're good. As long as you don't say anything smart, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Nothing. I'll just walk right past you. You walk right past me. Like that, we good. Absolutely. I'm going to walk past looking cute, and you're going to fly past. So, I mean, it just is what it is. Like, I don't hate you or anything like that. Like, gross. Like, you're irrelevant. But as long as you don't say nothing smart, we're good. You know, you ain't got to worry about getting the nuts because you have those. So, yeah, you would have to worry about any of that. You ain't got to worry about getting punched in the fake tit. You know, you ain't got to worry about that. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Are you going to Cowboy Tour? Absolutely not. I feel like I've already been on IG. On IG, I follow everything Beyonce. So I'm gonna wait to the next tour. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna wait till the next one because whatever next out, because you know there's gonna be three parts to Renaissance. So again, Cowboy Carter, great album. You know, I like two, three songs on it. Yeah, but that's about it. So I mean, I'm not like I really don't do country music, you know. So, but shout out to the people that do, and whatnot. So the Shabuzi and Shabassi, all that's annoying. All of that is annoying. All of it. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know. I just can't get into it. I think the reason I can't get into country music is because white people never wanted me to. I don't. I feel like that's why. I feel like white people said a long time ago, this is mine. You can't take it. I feel like they said that a long time ago. So I feel like I don't know. That's why because it's really nothing country that would engage me to be like, oh, let me go listen to this person. That if I was like a keep out, I always felt like that's how it was because we really never seen anybody black do it. Like it's not that they haven't or that they wanted to. It's just that they're never pubbed. You know, they're put on the shelf and pushed in the back, you know, and whatnot, or requested the songs to white artists and whatnot because they have to look for the song. And what so yeah, I've just never really been able to get into it. I think that's why I love R&B and stuff like that so much is because it's me. It's people that look like me doing it. So I feel accepted. I feel like when they're singing about us, you know, our community and things that we go through. And I just feel like with country people, that you know, they're pretty much whites. But I can't relate to none of that. Well, I dug my chin to the side of these pretty little souped up. I'm just like, yeah, we ain't doing none of that. I would have bashed his head into that and that hoe too. You mean I dug my kin to the side of that pretty little white girl that he was over there trying to put in his 4-wheel drive? I dug my kin to her. Now that I can get with, that I can understand. I get that. I get that. I do. But I don't get why Jolene didn't take her ass over there and whoop old girl ass. I don't understand that. But I can understand girlfriend uh, telling them that you seen me 24th Street with some other cat, and you know that's a lie. You keep lying to my man, girlfriend. I'm you out in the middle of the street and whoop your way. I get all that. 5.99 or something like that. I'm with you. I'm with you. I gotta reach down in my purse and pay your way and your homeboys. But I get all that because I had to pay the cousin way a time or two as well. So I get that. Oh well, I understand. But the way you love me, the way you kiss, I'm gonna gross. I want to have that bullshit. No, I don't know nothing about another shot of whiskey. Can't stop looking at the door. I'm just like, yeah, I'm drinking a whiskey on my way outside to see where how the hell you went up in this parking lot yet. So it's like, yeah, none of this. I'm like, yeah, I don't understand. I don't get it. So yeah, I just don't relate. So I just can't. And it takes too long. Like I'm like, oh my God, it took you 4 minutes to say your dad died? My God, it should not have took that long. You said all that to tell us that he passed, that he ain't here. Luther said, dance from off again. We knew he was dead. It's in the title. If I could, that mean they're gone. Not out. That mean he's still here. When he said I want to dance with somebody, she was here. So it's just like y'all don't get it. Moving right along. So y'all, Netta need a few dollars. Netta said, ooh, Netta said that Charles' car payment is $700. What do he have? A tank? Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. I said $700. A boat? What? $700? Who paid it? That's a lot for that. Your Maserati. Her son was out there. I'm like, $700. Wow. For what? Like, I mean, I get it, but I don't. Because what do you pay $700 on? Is the insurance, the trailer rent, the electricity, like all the girl, they not driving nothing over there that you need to be paying $700 putting switching the gear. I can see you paying that much if you got a little Audi or at least BMW, Mercedes, Ferrari, a Porsche, something like that. Okay, you paying 700, okay? Because those are expensive cars. So you pay yearly so that you can pay it off. If you got a 22-month contract or something like that, a 36-month contract, to have a 22-year contract is crazy. Paying $700. But right, the same thing. It's $200 credit. But who knows what its credit was when he got the car? Because you said at first it was 700, and now it's down to 200. So if his credit was at 700 when he got it, then he was probably paying like a little less, just because it does go off of credit and like yeah. So you're right. I done heard of like 46 month, 58 month, but no, 58 months. That's a lot for a long time. 58 months, 12 months in a year. It's like damn. So that's a lot of years to be in a contract. But I'm just saying, if you're paying $700, it's different if you pay it on your own, like your car payment is $400, which you 100 because you want to pay it off faster. Because some people do that. So because every time you pay a car payment, with most places that report to all credit bureaus, monthly or all, paying a bill keeps your credit going up, but you just pay it off and it's done. Then you're not building credit anymore. So that's just what that wear. That's just what I wear. I don't wear makeup, ho. Yeah, literally woke up like this, ho. And you're pressed. Ooh, you're pressed. Yeah, no makeup, ho. Yeah, we don't do that. I've never been that gay. Never been that gay. See brown on my hands. I'm like, yeah, I've never been that gay. I'm gay, but that's too gay. That's like I lived with my mom until she died gay. Like I. So yeah, here, flip. So yes, I was just really like mind boggled by that. I was just like, oh, okay, that's a long time. that could $700. Like, well, but she said, but Netter, he said that 700 from 15 equals 600. So they only gonna have 600 left, and the savings after they take. I was like, oh, Netter, you need a few dollars, Netter.
Leave that there.
After they take the seven, so there's gonna be 600 left. Like, you sure? You? Because I would have agreed with Charles and then just put the extra money. I would have been like, yep, yep, you're right. It's not gonna be thick bricks.
So use that. Use. Think you don't have to. I'm just gonna say take something a little bit out there.
Oh, so I didn't hear that, Netter. So y'all need a few dollars. I need a few dollars because you said that Charles' credit card don't go over $4. That's what she said. At the end, she said, your credit card don't go over $400. Charles said, use some of this, and then you use a little piece. You put a piece of that, and with that, and then you take that, and then you can put the uh if you take a piece of that, I'm here flat. So Charles said, take a little piece of this, and then put with a little piece of that, then take a little piece of that, put it with that, and instead of using the debit card to do that, EBT card, boom, solve your lunch is ready. That's just what that word. Use the American Express to pay the Discover, and use the Discover to pay the Amex, and use the Amex to pay the rent, and use the rent money for some motherfucking groceries. Overall. So yeah, but we still growing. Okay. Do y'all need a few dollars? Please hit the like. Correct. Please hit like. Please hit the like. So I was just wondering. And I was also wondering what the fuck is going on with your math. Because damn girl. That's not how much you're gonna have left, but okay. And I'm not telling Netta. I want Netta to figure out the math equation himself. Do we have to do everything? Robert told me ugly. So it's like, do we have to do everything? It's no secret that Charles was more desirable before he got with Netta. Netta. Because we did about one before. But when you got with him, girl, he was thin, not skinny, but thin. Like he was in shape. He looked like he ate decent. But when he got with you, he ate well. So I think it's weird that Netter, you be trying to come for me when I say that you had a little piece to do with why Daryl passed away. I'm not saying you're the reason, no. But I do think that you helped. You pour sugar in everything. You put sugar in macaroni. It's like it never ends. You put sugar on steak. So it's just like Netter. You blows up. Charles is over there swole. Yes, Charles is on somebody's treadmill immediately. Immediately. Yes, he is in his now. So I don't know why he acting like he's 22, 23. You're not. So it's not just gonna just fall off. It won't. You where the weight is stuck, nigga. you in a stubborn weight age territory to where the fat comes and it's just like, look, leave us alone. It's very so much stubborn. Like we don't care. You can run as long as you want to. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna stay right here. Like, yeah. So that's just what that word. He definitely a lot bigger. Lot. That is an understatement to say that he isn't a lot bigger. Being with Netta. So Charles like 40. Charles, what he turned 36, y'all? With that baby cake over there. What is he? 36? I think Charles like 36. 36, 37. 36. 36. 36. Yeah. I think it's 36. Yeah, move right along. So Netta, do you have your nerve? Just checking in on you. So do y'all think that that the icons that Netta calls them, they're gonna get her dollars, a few dollars? I'm not at Netta. I'm just saying being on social media, sometimes the money is high, sometimes the money low. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. You just have to prepare. You just have to be prepared for the lows instead of just expecting it to always be a certain way because it fluctuates. One month you have a really good month, and then the next month it's just kind of like, ooh. Like I could have did better. I should do better. Type of situation when because the more money you make, the more problems, bills, all type of stuff that you accumulate when you do start to make more money. But the bills aren't going to go down, but your money can, right? So content creators can do that again, the money fluctuates. So, but with the ones that be trying to make it like this, I just got it like that, and blah blah. Like it's annoying. It is. So the front that Netter tries to put on, like there's not times to wear financial frustration, in the house because they're not making nearly much as they made when they first started. That's what anybody, when you're a hot topic, stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to generate a lot of income during that time. That's why it's good to jump, stay on it, strike while the iron's hot. Instead, Netter start taking breaks and focusing more and taking the money that he was getting and putting it into the operations, the BBLs, the facial stuff that he's been doing, all the gram. It just is what it is. So yeah, I feel like that's where a lot of those money problems and money trouble started. When instead of being smart with the money, Netter was feeling overly confident and feeling like, oh, it's not going to change. I'm just going to keep making more money, more money, more money. But when you're doing these surgeries and stuff like that, you got to heal and all that, and that stuff takes time. And social media is a high night, like overnight, your success. And then the next morning, people could be already moved on to what's next. So that can happen in one night. So let alone you for days and stuff or weeks at a time and whatnot, you lose your audience because they're going to start engaging in other things and in other stories. People love mess and drama and clearly ugly because that's why a lot of people tuned in to Netherd. So yeah, I just think just not be humble because I can't stand that word. And well, I'm not gonna say I can't humble. I hate how people try to use it. But you could just be real and not you don't have to say your what you have in the bank and stuff business. I'm just saying you could be like, yeah, I would appreciate donations. If y'all can look out and whatnot, I would love that. Miss Netta's been working hard and having to invest and blah 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 into the brand of that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it'd be the ones that want money but just expect people to give it without knowing that they want or need it. A closed mouth does not get fed. So going around all stubborn and acting like, I'm that girl or I'm that dude, and I got money, y'all broke, I got money, y'all broke. It makes it harder because that ego be so big, it make it harder to say that can you donate to me or will you donate to me? It makes it hard. You kind of put your mouth. At that point when you don't already went around boasting and bragging like you better than everybody, like you got your nose in the air, like you're better than someone. And now that it's time to show that you're just like everybody else, going through anything, being fluctuating, going up and down. So donations are always, great and appreciated and whatnot. So you don't get to do that. And you don't because of what you said, not, what you did, you said that you ain't broke. You say you don't need nobody money. That's just what you say. So now that you're not falling on hard times, but could appreciate donations and whatnot to put them towards certain things, you can request it because of the energy that you put out there. Shout out to David Ray says, Messy, the show, Happy Pride Month. Shout out to Pride Month. Shout out to Pride. I think I'm gonna go this year. I might. I haven't been to Pride in years. But I think I might go. I think I might go. He rubs me the wrong way, thinking people want his life. Shout out to Miss Mac. I agree. I think it's annoying when Netterd jecks. Most people won't like I guess like a little family or a spouse or just that's normal for a person to want, but there are plenty of people out there that are content being alone. That is annoying when Netterd. I hate when anybody do that, but especially with Netterd trying to use a relationship as like a dig at someone. When relationships come together they fall apart as well. So to me, that's annoying to try to state that because a person is choosing to be alone, because rather they've been hurt or just out of the game for the love game for a while, or just I think just don't have any interest in that, or just simply focused on whether it's their career, something like they don't need a relationship as a distraction. To try to shame those people, rather they could be widowed, all type of stuff, right? So it's like you're trying to shame them for being single for what? Like how can you make them feel bad or less than because they're not with somebody they can't get nobody? That's what I hate that. That is so annoying. So annoying when people do that. It's like that does not mean that it's a lot of people are single by literal choice. They are choosing to be single. They don't want to be in a relationship. They don't have any interest. They didn't gave it shot after shot after shot after shot. It hasn't worked out. So at this point in time, I got my needs. I'll cure those needs when I need to. But other than that, I don't want to be in a relationship. Some people are introverts, so they like their own space. They don't like people up in their space. Their energy, they're super protective of it. So a certain energy has to come in for them to be able to be. So I mean, it's just how some people are, very picky and choosy. You clearly are not that nerd because you are saying this with a window lick. Like you don't have a good man saying this, big man. You have a good man. He unemployed. He don't work nowhere. No, we don't. And you can't even technically call him a content creator because he's not good at it. He's not good at it. The only time people have any interest in Charles is if he's saying your name. If he's not saying your name or talking about you, really, there's no interest. He's a man child. So it's like no, what it's nothing to keep up with. You know, it's, he's basic. I mean, you can't call him even with streaming. That's why his Twitch is dry. Charles been on Twitch. His Twitch is dry. Don't nobody really be over there. Nobody. 10, 15 people in his stream. Four. No one has any interest. So then he came on YouTube and tried to do the same thing, but got a little TV. Netta told him to go in there and go live and stream on YouTube. So, but his TV is this big, you know? And then he got the camera pointed at the TV, and the TV ain't no but a 12 inch, little 12-inch pizza. So that's just what the little Tostino, girl, little bitty. It's like we can't even, we like can't even see it. So that was dumb, right? So then he started that and start talking on camera. No one's checking for him at all. See, Netta, you are the interest. Say it with me, class. Because you're ugly. Ding, 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 ding. That's your star power. Being gross face. And congratulations. There's a lot of ugly people out there, but they don't get you like you. Correct. Hmm. Yes, there are a lot of us in front of these cameras over here. So a lot of y'all over here draining the megapixels, making them have to do new research and how to make things 4K again, and all of that. And I'm like, "Griff, that's just what we can't even get to 5K because of y'all. But that's just what that word. So again, not everybody gets this much attention for giving throw up face. So, I mean, facially challenged. So I mean, shout out to you. I mean, good for you. I'm happy for you. But yeah, you become very basic now too. People are checking out because I am. We have a new couple that we are going to be introducing over here on YouTube. The Charles and Netta is dry, honestly. Y'all are basic. I really expected more from you. Um, really, what the majority of the people that still follow this, from what I gather, are waiting for is for y'all to break up. I feel like that's what everybody's waiting for. That's the grand finale. The grand finale is not just y'all breaking, Charles finding somebody else because everyone looks at you as the ogre um, at the swamp, and Charles is the swamp, and you keep telling everybody to stay away from your swamp. That's just what that word. But eventually, someone's going to take the ogre down. Eventually, and I think that's what people are waiting for. People are waiting for Saul to leave, like for real leave. That I think that's the grand finale. Then once that happens, people will be completely checked out because y'all two separately are basic. I mean, you wouldn't have made it on your own. It wouldn't have been Netta and Charles. It would have just been Netterd. Wasn't. So yeah, y'all kind of went up the ladder at the same time. That's why it's harder for Netter to do the content without Charles. But Charles isn't interested. He's not interested. He just gets upset quickly because he's a window licker. So yeah, he want to get back to licking windows. No one to lick the window. No, in the rap. I want to lick the window. So y'all, let's get into Diddy. They said that Diddy will not be testifying. Duh. Duh. I feel like they would eat Diddy up on the stand. I wouldn't go up there either if I was he. And he's a control freak. So with Diddy being a control freak, I think that's why he's not going to testify. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But I was also looking into Jonathan Oddie. Cassie stated that Jonathan Oddie was, well, she confirmed him in the lawsuit and said that it was an FO and all of that of her and Diddy's, and he was someone that she, did, you know, them with and whatnot. So I was wondering, like, okay, well, why did they have him testify? Because he also sued Diddy and they settled, outside of court, Jonathan and Diddy. So I'm like, okay, well, Jonathan probably has a lot of information. He probably knows some stuff, right? So I was just really puzzled. And I don't. Some people, when I was reading, like on Reddit, and whatnot, people were saying like they don't think Jonathan, and some of them were attorneys that were speaking, said that it was probably due to mental diagnoses, and why the prosecution didn't feel comfortable with him getting on the stand because they didn't want him to like freak out the jurors or have an episode while on the stand. Maybe they weren't able to get prepare him like for the in time because you have to have rapport with someone that's going to be testifying before just them on the stand. You want to be able to know them well, the body language, and other things like when comfortable or when they're telling the truth or body language that may give that they're not being honest. You want to coach them, and get them ready to get up there, not tell them what to say, but what they're about to say, have them ready and also have them ready for cross-examination. So ask them questions that a cross-examiner would say so that they don't get up there like stuttering and thrown completely off to where they lose, so yeah, it's not like literally, um, it's prep, not a recite. Not a, I'm going to teach you how to go up there and testify. It's like, no, I'm going to teach you how to stay on track, how to answer it and try to answer it quickly but honest. That stuff like that, shorten it because sometimes you can ask a person a question and they can go on and on and on. That's why Hagwa Wright they would never put her up there on that stand because she's way too long-winded to be up there saying anything. They were like, so Jaguar in 2007, you said you witnessed blah blah blah. She would be like, yes, but in order to get to that, we gotta start in 1976 when I first came through the Rio de Janeiro desert and I saw Muhammad Ali. You see, I saw Muhammad Ali. And the camel that he was on, it didn't spit until I walked past, and that's when I knew that I was a jaguar. If you ask why I bring all this up, it's because that was the story that I told Zeddy the night that I saw him over on Normandy and 25th. He had on glasses, and you could see me all the way through my more the on makeup that I had on that night through his glasses, and I was just like, bitch, we said, all right, like, yeah, we ain't got time for all that. We don't have the time. Ho. Now, answer the damn question that we had said. They ain't putting her up there on that stand. So you said you saw Diddy and Christopher Williams do what? Wow. I didn't actually say that they did anything. What I said was, well, are you referring to the occasion of the 1943 incident when the Urgent Robinson blew up the bank that was next door to this place that Clive Davis later on purchased down in New Orleans next to the church at Onside? How you gonna ask me that question before you ask me the question about the children being in the on the Cowboy Carter tour? They got children and instruments and inside of the amps, and they coming out on stage. That's not really Blue Ivy up there dancing this time. That's a clone. They have to sacrifice Blue Ivy after I came forward and let them know, and it really pissed off the LA over there on Piers Morgan. They owed them a favor after they buried the story that I brought forward that issued the first Jane Doe to come forward and sue the same person of Rock Nation that killed my son Giovanni. Psycho talk. Psycho talk. No, she is not about to get on there, up there warm because she swears she got this invisible gig later. They asked her to put her hand on the Bible. Do you have a Quran? Salam alaikum. No, no, I need a Quran. And do you have a rabbi? But and I need to be baptized twice. So I was like, yeah, they don't have time for that. Not at all. Not at all. So yeah, yeah, we don't. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, okay, well maybe that was the thing with Johnny. Maybe they didn't want to bring him up there because whoa, whoa, right? Like he would be a lot. He would probably go because as you see it in the interview that Jonathan Oddie did with the police, he went from story to story to story to story to story. But again, him going from story to story to story doesn't mean he wasn't telling the truth. It's just his mind is just runs, like a computer. It just pew, kind of just take off. You got to keep an individual like Jonathan Oddie on subject. Like he jumps from subject to subject to subject, like Hag. Hag does the same thing. He jumps from subject to subject to subject to subject. So it will be really hard to keep her on track. You know how many days if Hag was up there on the stand? Do you know how many days that would have taken? How many weeks that would have taken? And that's just questioning. We ain't even got to cross examination. Because could you imagine cross examination, cross examining defense, cross examining Hagar? Oh my word. Oh my word. You can't handle the truth. I could see her up there. You're triggering me. I could. Raw. Okay. So they kept certain people off the stand. Hag was never going up there. But I really think that the reason they kept Jonathan Oddie off of the stand is because of the earnings. If I'm being honest, I think they kept Jonathan Oddie off the stand because of the herpes. He was very vocal about having herpes and contracting them and stating that he didn't have them before. The FOs that he did with Diddy and Cassie, and he said that they were extremely frequent FOs that they did, and they got it. He knows for a fact. I know for a fact that I got it that I sued him, and he settled. I know for a fact that I won my lawsuit because that was in it. That I contracted from them. Correct. And his tape that he had of he Cassie's FO with Diddy being in the background was his that was his proof. So Diddy tries to make it seem like to Cassie that Jonathan Oddie had his own recording of the FO to blackmail Diddy. No. Jonathan was actually smart. He got a recording to show that proof that I have been having consensual SEX with them. And I also contracted this while doing this. That's what it was for. Because again, the was in the lawsuit. It was in it. So it gives that's why he no different than Cass, like settled quickly with Jonathan, and Jonathan got some money, out of it. And that's when he started investing it and buying like homes and property, and stuff like that. So I think that that's why then also let me pull this up. Also, in 2009, right around the time Diddy and Cassie got together, shout out to Radar Online. Two shameless A-list Diddy pals who once lived and partied with disgraced SCX editor mogul infected innocent women with herpes. Okay. And this was republished because it was updated on October 7th, 2024. So they updated it, not changed what they said. They updated it. Two of Sean Diddy Combs' pals had rigorous unprotected STX, released three women without disclosing they were stricken with sexually transmitted disease herpes, leaving one of them so sick she was hospitalized. Okay. Now I'm sure you can guess who some of these friends are. Okay. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing, but don't check me. It was your girl who let me take it this far there. Away. I was like, oh, that's why he done been so quiet. I was like, ooh, girl. And this is very so much real, and so is the lawsuit. That's the finding of an exclusive RadarOnline.com probe dismantling a tangled web of Leslie's balls connected to Combs, including one hyperman who even settled a $1 million lawsuit affecting a SCX part with an incurable virus. Incurable virus. Okay. One of Diddy's high profile friends. UH. No, I'm not saying US. UHER. Because, girl, I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure from the lawsuits that I've seen, and Usher's no stranger to being sued for herpes. He's no stranger. There's at least 5 to 6 different lawsuits. So, girl, I'm like, wow. Well, so if all his friends got the majority of his friends, I mean, you all who your friends are, and then you have proof with a person like Jonathan Adi admitting, and he does have it. Fact, he does. There's treatments that you get. Now, I ain't seen none of his medical records, so I'm not about to act like I've seen any of his medical records. But it will be easy to find out because if he said he has it, they will test it. They will test it in jail to make sure, prison where it is. They'll test to make sure, and then there's medications that or certain topicals and stuff like that may help, ease, certain things with outbreaks and stuff like that. So there would be some type of medical treatment for. So there's of him still to prove it. Um, yeah, and we all heard Cassie. Cassie stated that she's in her mouth, around her mouth, all of that due to friction of many oral situations, right? Um, she could call it being swollen to performing, or I'm like, that's no coincidence. And then talking a lot about UTI, stuff like that. UTI don't mean that, no. But it's the discomfort and the other things that she was expressing that does give you could yeah, you could have, you know. Um she literally explained it in court. I can read it again if you like. So it's not making anything up. No, she said out of her mouth. Um I don't think that they want that to be disclosed though. I don't think Cassie wants it to, and I don't think Diddy wants it to either. I don't. And I also think that's why Cassie was holding back. Because I do think Cassie was holding a lot of stuff that she did not tell us. There's a lot of people that are involved in these FOs that a lot of how I go from Diddy hanging with all of these people, and then they're naming a lot of places that these big parties happened with celebrities and all of that stuff, and it's like none of that stuff is out. None of that stuff is coming out. It's close to see word of these people. So there's nothing with Jay Z. There's nothing with Rick Ross. There's nothing with French Montana. There's nothing with Meek Mill. Come on. Cassie is holding back. Cassie brought up Kid Cudi only because I feel that Kid Cudi approved. I feel that Kid Cudi always felt like it was a dub when it came to Puff, since Puff tried to, hurt him and put bags on his head and all of that. So getting him back by any means necessary. But I do think Cassie is keeping it hush hush with a lot of other celebrities that were involved. Look, Lauren London. Lauren London and Cassie were closer than close. Closer than close. You can look at pictures back in the day of Lauren London with Nipsey Hussle. They hung out with Diddy and Cassie all the time. All the time. All the time. All the time. Hmm. But she don't know nothing. She just see nothing. Mm. It's like in the inner circle, you know. So yeah. So I just think that that is I who knows if it'll ever come out. And I also think that's probably why Diddy wanted to get rid of that book, because I think Cass probably gave the tea. I think Cass probably gave the tea inside of that book. So even if it was loosely based, I think Diddy wanted that book gone. There was two books. He wanted them. "Well, yeah, no, we got to get rid of these because Cassie got tea. Like she definitely got tea." So, but I do feel a lot of people were being held back. Even situations like this, like oh, let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. No, not you, girl. Because this is somebody I actually believe that was talking. Why does it go away?
Netta Brown said Diddy's not going to jail. I can understand why you would say that. Yeah. It's on his own God evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder.
You see why she ain't testifying? You see why she ain't testifying? He said, "Why do you feel all that?" Orlando said that. How
I can
did she?
understand why you would say that. Yeah. He break that down a little more. Orlando Brown said Diddy's not going to jail. I can understand why you would say that. Yeah. He break that down a little more. Why you think he said? Well, considering that is selling his own God evidence that would put him in jail again on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his treachery and savagery? Why would he sell Darknet his tapes of just terrible? Wanna know why? Doesn't intend to stand trial.
What the fuck are you talking about, ma'am?
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it.
Never answered the question. Never answered the question. The question was, why do you think Orlando Brown said Diddy not going to jail? What does the black market got to do with that question? Wowzers. Wowzers. I'm like, oh yeah, this why. This right here. This right here is the reason. Right here alone and nothing else.
A singer, songwriter, and
But then, because again, I expected to see a lot of churn involved in these situations. Remember, hold on, don't forget, because you got the Alicatas and other people. Hold on. Oh girl. Look. Look, girl, y'all remember her? I remember Tania. I remember her, girl. What'd you say, girl? Oh my God. Yeah, Diddy Parsley, please. Thank you.
I was at one of, I believe to be one of P. Diddy's freak offs. I looked to the right of me, and in the corner, I'm looking like, are those midgets?
Ooh.
Because people were trying to, it's people over them. Like, it's people trying to hide what they're doing. They're all huddled up. They were little people. You know, I don't want to say too much. They were little people. So use your common sense. Dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies, red lipstick,
What?
singer, songwriter, and I was at one of, I believe to be one of P. Diddy's freak offs. I looked to the right of me, and in the corner, I'm looking like, are those midgets? Because people were trying to, it's people over them. Like, it's people trying to hide what they're doing. They're all huddled up. They were little people. I don't want to say too much. They were little people. So, the common sense, dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies, red lipstick, looking like real sexy, revealing like cute. So I'm like, what the hell?
What were the little people doing?
Getting covered up, trying to cover up what they were doing. Just, I don't know, like being admired, being hid, something. But it's like, what are they doing here? Because this is a grown party. We all have common sense. Little people. It's not supposed to be here.
You're talking about underage people.
It's a shame.
What's the shame? Ho? You ain't answer nothing. It's a shame. Where your daughter at? Where's your daughter? Like, oh, it's a shame. What's the shame? Because this is what we expected. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I expected at this trial. What happened to all? Y'all said it was churn and that it was renters and that Homeland Security and all that stuff was involved because there was trafficking of underage people and all that. What happened to all of that? Where is the fucking kids? Did you find any? They said he was taking a private plane to do this and that. That there was a tunnel that led to the Grove. It led in the Playboy Mansion and all of that. And they had all the vans there and the tanks and all of that because they found 20, 30 kids. What happened to all of that? Then you got people saying that they was at these parties and they saw all of this stuff. They was there to walk motherfuckers out. They was there to walk motherfuckers out. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I'm messing. No, I'm messing. Girl. Oh no, no man.
I had to sing the Lord's Prayer.
Oh, she is not about to disturb my peace. She is not about to disturb my peace. What happened? I'm like, wait, y'all said all of this stuff that he's churned and that Diddy was responsible and that him and Clive Davis and all of these people working together. All of this stuff. What is this? Girl. Yeah, no. So I'm just about to pull up a few people, as we drift. As we drift. What happened to this?
My son died because he was my son. He died because of your. He was targeted because he's my son.
Oh.
He was working on his EP.
Mm-hmm.
I bought Philadelphia for him. So he didn't have to sign to a company because I knew what it was going to do. He interned at Rock Nation.
No, he didn't.
And they approached him
to sacrifice me.
No, they didn't. Because see what it did.
I saw his death when he was 19.
Yeah, because you prayed
I
for
moved
it.
us here to stop it.
Girl, you pushed him in that parking lot.
Anyway,
Pushed him in that lot, girl.
what the harm is.
Don't do that.
Giovanni,
Have you ever been to a Diddy party?
his death is why I do what I do. My son died because my son.
Girl, it's the
He died
lies.
because of
He was targeted because he's my son.
Like
He was about to. He was worth
bad.
EP.
It's
I
bad.
bought Philadelphia for him.
Down bad.
So we have to sign to a company because I knew what it was going
Down
to do.
bad.
He interned at Rock Nation.
Did he?
And they approached him
What?
to
Killing you?
sacrifice me.
That sounds about right. Did he? Oh, he wouldn't do
I saw his death when he was 19.
it. Okay.
I moved us here to stop it, to prevent it, to avoid it. They take them anyway to show you what the harm is. Giovanni,
Okay. Did you go to Diddy parties or not?
his death
Did you
is
go
why
to Diddy
I do
parties
what I
or?
step in. Right, I go to Diddy parties. Which is where people like me step in.
And what happened? This is why people thought that Hagwar Wright was going to testify because, she done said she done been to Diddy parties. You can right, I go to Diddy parties. What happened at those parties?
So motherfuckers out! Because ain't nobody stopping me when I come. Why would they talk about it? Who is there to go to? Who's going to fucking help them?
Prosecution? I don't know.
What department do you know of that works for any of these labels? When have you ever heard of a sexual harassment suit being publicly acknowledged in the entertainment industry at all? Never. Not in entertainment. He was the only one.
Yeah.
You saw how that turned out.
Yeah, no, guilty.
What happened to all of this? So let me pull up Allie Carter. Allie, she said all type of stuff about Diddy. All type of stuff. All type of stuff. What happened? I'm just so confused. Where's all of this juice? Where's all this juice at? Allie Carter. Where's all this smoke? It's time. It is time. Allie Carter. June 5th or June 8th, 2025. Over here giving Rafiki with a bandana. Yay. Hurry up. Show my ass. Please don't pray for us. I pray you get out this van. See what Allie got to say. I pray you get up out this damn van. You sitting here praying for us. Girl. They wanted to see Shelly. What happened, Allie Carter? You going to trial? You going to the trial? Here she go, y'all. Look. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. This was recently. She said that she was a party favor at Diddy's house. She said she was a party favor. That she was a child. She stood downstairs on the tub or the table, and she had to poop on the floor in front of all of them at the party. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for screen recording this. So I'm gonna
Yes, Tupac's one only.
you are a 90 that has been following us for a while. If you can help some people who are trying to catch up. There's so many rumors, AI is getting out of control. There's so many people muddying the message of the truth, not just for us, but about the children. So if you can help us with the information, if you know the real information, we appreciate you. We know where the real ones are. So we ain't gonna get into all that.
Yes, we do. Talk about.
Hi, we alive. You go out the window. I'm not missing. I'm missing to the people who are on social media. There are 44 people who know where we are every day at every single second. God forbid, take our last breath. They know where we're at. If we don't answer these phones in a matter of time, then all hell will break loose. You will know if we are dead. Trust me.
Who is after? Is it who is after her now? Oh my God. They always running. Always. I just don't understand. If somebody was looking for y'all, they would have been got y'all. Y'all always in this damn van. It ain't hard to find. It ain't like y'all switching vehicles, all of that. Girl, it's hard to find. It's easy to flatten them tires. Like, what are you talking about? These Hotel Sixes, thrifty, the hotels. These snooty foxes. Who is chasing her besides the truth? Besides the truth, who is chasing her? What is she talking about? Oh my, she getting about another 2 minutes on.
Will you? No. So many others will tell you. They won't. You'll know where the real ones are. You'll know where the insurance holders are. Nobody's gonna hold on to a dead switch if we're not here anymore. Okay, so let's talk for a second. I'm gonna shut comments off because I need you to stay with me.
Because you're lying.
Okay? And then I'll turn them in just a second. Somebody told me I need glasses. I know, okay. I do have glasses. I know I can't see, but we were just moving and I got all kind of dirt all over me. So
Girl, when you homeless
okay?
is not moving. Girl. Moving spots, not homes.
So if we do, we'll track.
From bridge to public bathroom.
We did the event, the live event that we did for the very first time. After we finished, we put our heads down for a second. We found a small place in the middle of the desert. That place, there's a sign down the street that said something about an adult dance class. I walked in and they asked me to stay and help. I said, no, I can't do that.
What?
Called angels out of, they flew from all four corners. People came out and said, if this is what you want to do, and if this is what's going to bring you peace for a second, to be able to volunteer your time to work with children for 6 weeks, we'll be right there while you do it. So they came and stood watch, right? The studio owner knew, everybody knew, pretty much. Okay, in that time, we're still raising awareness for child trafficking, but through art, through dance. You guys know about that house because the Black Panthers paid content creators to dox the house that you just seen, 6616 Valley Avenue. That's what you just seen. I'll tell you. Just like I told you before that my former name was Tori Tashina Outlaw. That bitch is dead.
You did not tell us that.
They killed her. Another story for a day. We don't have that much time. Okay. So, we had this little place, and then we put a little bit of our stuff in there. We kept our down. Around September 2024, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, got arrested.
Oh, Lord.
Right around that time, the Black Panthers, people that worked with Sean Combs, and you're seeing it all over the place, so you know what I'm talking about. But many people doxed the home, put out the address, put out the studio, paid content creators. And what's funny is the content creators that they paid some are child advocates, and the rest of them have children of own or work with special needs children. Somebody needs to check on that. Anywho, they paid to dox the house. Now, we weren't there for that long, so of course we had to get up, move right out of the way. We had already known that something was going on, so we got up and moved out of the way. I want to thank the Ridgecrest Police Department, China Lake Police Department. I don't usually do that because I was raped by a chief of police. I was trafficked.
Oh my God.
I know a lot of you police officers, you're going to be like, that's not real. You know it's real. You and I both know it's real. Stop playing, okay? There's a double side to every battle, double side to every thing. So I want to thank China Lake Police Department, Ridgecrest Police Department, because when all of this happened, I went under the pseudonym Justice while I'm in a small town. I I volunteered my time as a dance teacher, as a character reading books.
What does this have to do with
I
Diddy?
worked with special needs kids. I worked with babies. I worked with adults, and all of these people are related to the base.
I think people need to keep you away from the kids. Because what kids you talking about, I don't know. But it's like you really don't need to be around nobody kids. Hand that rocks the cradle.
Okay, so when this happened, the detectives and police department of this town were contacted, and I was in contact with them during this entire smear campaign. I want to thank you because you really kind of restored my faith in some of the police department. They protected their children, they protected their town, and they protected their own. I talked to a detective, and turns out that I had met him already, being a dance volunteer teacher in this town. And he's like, you know what? I know all of this. Keep going. You're doing what you need to do. Live your life. I see all that's going on. It's noise. And I said, thank you. Okay. If you want to check that out for yourself, you can check that out. So we can stop this other rumor of we're wanted by the cops. No, we're right here.
Oh, what does hurry up? What does this have to do with anything? Why was I sent this?
Susie, something, former cat. So it's carried by that person because it's you guys can see the relation and the connection. But it's because a lot of people want to kill us. People want to murder me, torture me, take me back. I want to let you guys know that I stand 1,000%. I stand 1,000% on everything that I have said to you in the past 5 years. I recant not a damn.
Y'all said this. Oh, then why say June 8th? It says June 8th. I was saying, oh, she's back to talking about Diddy. I'm like, but not in the context that we expected. Because she made it seem like he did all this illegal stuff to her and that she was a child when all this happened. So people were asking Allie if she was going to be testifying, and she hasn't. So I don't think she ever was. And I feel like proved that she is a liar. So anybody that was backing Allie Carter, that this is proof that she is a liar. Because instead of getting in that damn van and going to New York and testifying that when she was a child, that these things to her and she was affected and whatnot through these parties and she was in tunnels and whatnot of Diddy's from Diddy's house and all, she ain't do none of that. Instead, she's still lying weird on a road with bad weave talking about all of imaginary situations because she's like obsessed with like taking movies and stuff like that. It just gives that it's like delusion of grandeur, like grandeur, because she's just delusional. Is what that gives. It gives she needs some type of help dealing with like reality and being able to come back to it because yeah, she's a liar. We tried to give her the benefit of the doubt when it first started, but we can't because you are, from what it gives, a liar. Like I'm like, these stories they up, and she makes it sound as if they just happened yesterday. Like that. That's how she talk, and none of what she says makes sense. Like it never makes sense. Always all over the place. It's hard to follow. So when she be like, I'm gonna turn off the comments so you guys can follow, you must do comments on. Like real talk, you might as well just leave the comments on because then maybe somebody in the comments can help us keep up with what the you're talking about. Because we don't understand. We don't understand. She brings up Diddy and people for like a millisecond, and then she drifts off into this police department, and that's the police department, and how this police department has SA'd her, and girl, who hasn't she been SI? I mean, it's sickening because if these, I'm not gonna say if these situations aren't real, and I let the jury out when it came to Allie Carter. I did not come right down on her. I'm like, I mean, you never know. Like I said, same thing with Jonathan Oddie. It's like, you never know. I mean, he did kind of sound delusional, like he had, because his stories and stuff are all over the place, but it doesn't mean that there's not truths, in them. And they come to find out with Jonathan Oddie, there were truths to things that he had said. So I thought the same thing with Allie. I'm like, well, maybe that it just because we don't see it, just because it's not surface, doesn't mean that she's lying. It doesn't mean that. But she is. Shy, and a bad job at it, if you ask me. Always talking about children. She's always talking about how people chasing her. We don't see none of that. We don't see the children, and we don't see nobody chasing her. She goes around saying all of these pseudonym names and stuff that she done been under and getting undercover for basically nobody. Because when you say you're going in town on a mission, girl, you are not James Bond, and this is not 007. Because who are you looking for? And then you say the angels. What angels? Who? Girl, we see is your mama. What's the woman you call your mama? All we see is Shelly, Shakaren. That's all we see. Weird. That is true. She always speaking of things that we never see. We don't see a mom. I mean, a mom. We don't see kids. We don't see people coming after her. We don't see her having any connections. She's just been debunked. Return. So at this point, you're a liar. You are, because she should have been one of the first people to testify. Hell, she should have been before Cassie. All the stuff she said happened to her. She was way younger. She's a huge witness for them to prove all type of things, even when it comes to minors and whatnot. But no, she want to be in that van driving around talking about some. I told you. You told us what? What did you tell people? She keep going on. I told you. I told you. Pay attention. Watch what happens next. Pay attention. Watch what happens next. I can say that. Pay attention. Watch what happens next. I could say the same thing. If something happened, it don't be like, well, Sean said that something's gonna happen next. He just said that 3 days ago, and I looked, and it was 3 days. You know what that means? The number three. Um, very dry, very dry. But yeah, so she's a liar. That's why I'm not doing any more videos on her. Because I had someone ask me that too. Like, why don't you do survivors aren't? Because I'm like, from what I gather, she is not a truth teller. She did not be telling the truth. She was over that line. Yes, she was. So let's get into this before we get out of here because we're about to go over to coffee. Diddy Combs likely will not testify as African trial nears final stages. It seems like it just started and it's like it's already about to be over because y'all know we're gonna be over here for the verdict. Y'all know we're gonna be over here for the verdict. Um, okay, Mark, his defense attorney, representing Combs, told the judge defense could possibly take less than 2 but no more than 5 days to make their case. So I'm really interested in to see like what they do with like closing arguments and all of this good stuff. To be like, look at here, jury, he's innocent. I want to see what that's about. Had Combs testified, his time on the witness stand likely would have taken at least a week. The Associated Press reported. So they're saying that they're definitely feeling like the defense is not going to have Combs testify because they would need about a week for cross examination. They would need about a week. And since they're saying they would need about 2 to 5 days, yeah, it's given he's not going up there. That is what is being based off of Diddy's defense team stating we don't time 2 to 5, about less than a week. Diddy getting up there. Y'all see what Cass up there for what, a weekend like 2 days. Well, 5 weekends are close on weekends. But Cassie was up there about a full week. About a good 6, 7 days, something like that. Was she Cassie? Something like that. So Diddy would have been just as much. Because that would be big if Diddy got up there. Because prosecution would tear after him. They would tear after him and also try to get him to say things that he normally wouldn't say. So they would definitely try to trigger him. I know I would. I know I would. I know I would try to trigger him and get him stuff that he probably wouldn't say. But and then you got to think about all the things that he's been accused of too, like this Kid Cudi, blowing up cars. I, I don't think that. I think they would rather the defense and prosecution's character testimonies be enough for them to decide instead of putting him up there and him being able to show actual character. That he is ungrateful, entitled, insensitive. He has this God complex. And when I don't think that them to sit. Y'all see him in court telling the artist to freshen him up, to lighten up on him a little bit because he got him looking like a koala bear. And juror or the judge telling Diddy that basically they're going to hold him in contempt for certain looks and stuff that he was telling the jurors and whatnot. So, I mean, he has been running amok with certain stuff. So that show, well, even with body language, lets you know if Diddy got there on the stand, he's going to get there up there overly confident, extremely cocky, thinking that, I know what's up, and a way of intimidating certain people too. I think would be, but I'm glad like everybody that's going to testify again much is they're pretty much wrapping that up, so they shouldn't have to worry about that. But with all that said and done, how y'all feeling about this case thus far? Do y'all feel like Diddy's going to get off, or do y'all think that that he will spend more time in prison? If I had to judge by now, I think besides them really wanting Diddy, I think he might get off. I think no, I know he's getting off for at least three of the charges. I know three of the charges he's not going to be that they're not going to find him guilty on. I for a fact. So I don't feel like well, I'm not going to say three, two. I know that there's two. I can definitely say that there's two charges that I don't feel that the prosecution has made stick. But overall, I do think that they prove certain charges with racketeering, and it's the advocating that I'm not so sure about. Like I'm not so sure. I understand with flying certain people out, like Cassie and other escorts and whatnot. But does the jury view it that way? Does the jury view it when you listen to music nowadays? You have all of these artists pride themselves on being flued out and all of that about wanting to sleep with people for objects and materialistic things, which is still in most states against law. But again, does the jury look at it that way? Is the jury looking at it like this was just a guy that was extremely freaky and liked it a certain way? Whether it's candles, baby oil, astral glide, ketamine, all that. I mean, he may have liked all those things. He was freaky. He was just a freaky dude that liked to watch. He was a voyeur. There are a lot of voyeurs out there. There could be voyeurs that are jurors that know exactly what that is and thinking it themselves and think like, hey, if I was doing this as a voyeur, I wouldn't want people putting these charges on me because I would just be trying to fulfill my fantasies, the things that I want to do. And again, rich people get bored. Rich people get really bored. When you're striving up to do certain things, you do it and kind of like periodically. Rich people do it all in a day. Paris, Rome, Greece, Eiffel Tower, Disneyland, and world, and all in the same day. So it's just like private islands and stuff like that becomes to us. It's like it sounds amazing, but to them it sounds boring. Like, oh, girl, I just did that last week. Or I just did that the other day. Like, no, I just got back from Turks. So it's just like, yeah, I was just at the Hamptons. Like that's how they look at it. So rich people get bored. So him being a voyeur and whatnot, it is exciting. Like I could see that being to somebody like him when you've had so much SCX, so you become bored with it. And you've seen other people do this. Like I said, this is taught behavior. It's learned behavior because it's the same thing many other people have done. It's like, why not take all of them down? Why go after certain people? Because they target them. Certain people target it. So there's something happening in Hollywood to somebody that is owed a favor that needs protection. So since they are being protected, Diddy is what they call a fall guy. It doesn't mean things that he's being charged with aren't real. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean like because he's the fall guy that they're making up these charges and making up these allegations. No, not at all. Think about Tony Busby and all of the people that he said come forward. He had over 100 and 300 calls, 300 and some people that called individually and 100 and something that wanted to sue. None of them testified. None of them. There's a reason for that. So now if Diddy says, even after this trial is over, whether he's found guilty or innocent, if he says Busby is targeting him, he is. You 100% you are, because why didn't any of your clients testify against him if there's basically swear on a Bible that these things happened? Why did they swear on the Bible and get in front of that on that stand in front of the world and let everybody know that this happened to them? Tell them their story. Because it's going to be for the world to see anyway. Everybody follows lawsuits know that they're going to be public knowledge. Everyone's going to share them. Everyone's going to talk about them. And with your business in the street, then you wouldn't file. If you don't care and you want your justice or your check, then you don't care about people saying it anyway. You don't care. See, Jane and John Doe before Diddy meant a person trying to protect their identity or protect like a minor or someone that doesn't need to be looked into and or attacked. But in the case, Jane Doe to me means liar. That's what it means to me. Jane Doe means I'm lying in the Diddy lawsuits, which has to be. Because be real, take this serious. Is this about money or is this about justice? Because going up there testifying against this person is power. Like it, and it is justice within itself, being able to tell your story, not be interrupted, and told that you are lying when you know that you are telling the truth. Because this man is high in power and has lieutenants and whatnot backing him, has an army backing him. You don't feel so small going there, getting on that stand, saying you feel big. You feel, tall. Up. So I think that Tony Busby's people they're all lying. If you testify to me, you're telling the truth. You mean what you're saying. If you didn't testify, you're not the truth. It's that simple. Um, so I feel if he keeps going further with these lawsuits, although he's already had one successfully drop, their lawsuit against one of the same people, Diddy, Jay-Z and Diddy, but Diddy, why keep bringing them besides? Because you're not going to win. Like, you're not going to win because you've shown yourself to be a liar. You've shown yourself to not bring credible lawsuits forward, frivolous, baseless lawsuits forward. Yeah, they're not about to keep letting you try to capitalize off of these people and capitalize off stories that aren't true. So I'm just ashamed because all these lawsuits was being read like, oh, Diddy's this monster, and I still think he is. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm still team guilty, team guilty, team incarcerated, team up and throw away the key. I am. I don't know. Those charges, I don't see them sticking. I don't. I think that Diddy's more so being looked at as a freak right now to the jury. Because he's not on trial for Diddy. He's not. He's not on trial for that. I think he will be definitely being found guilty if that's what one of his charges were, like assault, and battery, stuff like that. Yeah, he will be guilty for sure. But that's not what the trial is about. The trial is due to these type of behaviors is why people were afraid to come forward and why people were coerced and swindled into being a part of this big criminal organization that has been ex-African escorts and just random do you see what I'm saying? It's like it's not saying that from even from the testimonies. Now, some of those receipts kind of back up where the money comes in to where it can be like racketeering can be thrown onto the table. So that's helpful. So I don't know how that's going. I don't know. I think that the jury could definitely look at that as racketeering and be like, yeah, this is criminal. And he knew that this was an organization because he had certain people that did certain things. Certain people had a job, when it came to this, and they didn't just wear one hat. So that's another reason why I think that they could, kind of wrap that charge around him too, because it would be hard for, Well, no, because I feel like the people that got immunity that all testified against Diddy are agreeing that it was racketeering. I feel like they're just blaming it on him. They have no involvement. So that they have no involvement with the situation. Okay, I see. For real. Okay, hold on. Just go. Oh. Not doing straw. Not doing straw, Tyler Perry. Not doing straw. That's why he's been pubbing it so hard. Okay. Tyler Perry's getting sued by a white man. Is it from the guy from the Half and Half Nots? Tyler Perry is facing a $260 million lawsuit filed by actor Derek Dixon. Derek Dixon. Let me type him in. He already sued him. Oh no, this is something different. Wait. Oh, the Oval actor. Okay. So this is somebody different. I was say the dude just popping up is the same dude from years ago. Hmm. Tyler, just come be gay. Oh my goodness, come be gay with us. Oh my goodness. And they never saying this about you. Tyler? Oh, Derek filed a lawsuit against Tyler in the docs. He claims that the director met him at an event back in 2019. In Derek's words, Tyler picked him out of the crowd and asked for his phone number, suggesting he might have a role for him. Interesting. As it turns out, he did. Derek says Tyler gave him a small role in 2 episodes of a show called Ruthless. Then, in January 2020, Derek says Tyler invited him to his Atlanta home and he accepted, hoping to build a friendship that would lead to acting gigs. But according to the suit, while there, Derek drank too much and ended up sleeping in a guest room. And the docs obtained by TMZ, Derek claims Tyler went to the bed with him and started touching his thighs. And although he rejected the advances that night, he claims Tyler remained interested. Shortly thereafter, Derek says he landed a role in the day of Dale in the Oval. Why do y'all keep letting them do stuff to y'all and then whatever? Right? Because it must be the money. Derek also notes. Okay, wait, sorry, my phone. Okay, okay, so great for his career, but he claims it was around this time Tyler also started firing off sexually suggestive texts, including asking what Drew's sexual preferences were and telling him he has had sex with men. Ooh, girl, my dear. Ooh, my dear. Okay, okay, so what's next? Okay. Derek also notes his character Dale was written as a gay, homeless and desperate store clerk who had to sleep with other characters for a place to stay. He claims that's exactly what I told him he was looking for in a real life sexual partner. Tyler, I could be homeless. Say less. Tyler, Tyler, Tyler. Hello. I could be homeless by tonight. Say less. Or I gotta be white. All right, complex. Because you can paint me. Dip me in a little piece of bleach. Tyler. I can supersize her. Tyler, upset with men too. Got your nerve. So you want somebody like right off the subway, huh? Living right next to the bench up under it? Mm, that's what you looking for, huh? Ooh, girl, that's what it say. Derek also notes Dale was written as a gay homeless and desperate store clerk who had to sleep with other characters for a place to stay. He said that's exactly what Medea wanted. Girl, he said that is exactly what Tyler wanted. I said, ew, for real? Okay. He told him he just wasn't the social type, but he was always terrified he'd lose his job. He complained of sexual harassment. Well, I would have just lost my job. You ain't got no lead or role. At point he says Tyler once again invited him to Atlanta later in 2020, and things allegedly took a dark turn. Derek claims Perry greeted him warmly, but quick started a sexually charged conversation, asking him if he likes it rough in bed, and then grabbed Derek by the throat, yes, like this, while saying, "Look how excited you got," or or like, "Oh my God, you're choking me." Hello, talk about some. Look how excited. Got no. Look how scared I just got. Them big ass hands, banana hands, just touching in the back. Hands so damn big around my throat. Got your nerve. Yes. He said, "Ooh, look how excited you just got." It's making me think of. He says he pushed Tyler away, like, "Oh no, stop." And that was the end of that alleged incident. The lawsuit includes years of text messages allegedly sent by between both men. Most of ones Tyler allegedly are sent are sexually charged. For instance, one reads, "No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to fuck you. I would fuck you." Yes, Tyler. Period. Period. Tyler said, "No straight man will be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they want to fuck you. I would fuck you." Mm. Tyler said, "I put it in your poop shoot." Yeah. We could be butt pirates. I think your sister's pretty boy and buoyant. So, yeah. The most aggressive incident allegedly went down in June 2021, again at Tyler's Atlanta home. Dixon was staying in the guest house and wearing only underwear. When he, why are you doing all this knowing he wants a pussy? Like, wait a minute. Wait. Tyler came in to give him a goodnight hug. His underwear? Let me find out you over there. Tyler, Tyler, Tyler. I'm sorry, I got a little ranch on my thing. Sorry, I got a little catch up. Right. Correct. Correct. Let's find out. Use over there. Holiday. Let me find out. What was you over there doing? What was you doing? Now don't do that to Tyler, knowing how bad he wants some pussy, how bad he wants some booty, and you sit there under. KB, I love you too. Thank you so much for being a member, sweetie. I love you, girl. Like, girl, I cannot. Oh my goodness. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said he alleges Tyler yanked down his underwear and groped his butt and said, relax, just let it happen. Relax, just let it happen. What happened? You want to do him like, man, oh, Michelle, oh, Michelle, Michelle, Michelle. Oh, Michelle, oh, Michelle, oh, Michelle. So you want him the Michelle situation? You want him to what? Tyler, you fly dog. Oh, girl. Allegedly. Tyler about to get you, Mr. White Man. Because, you know, Tyler don't play these lawsuit games. Tyler is rich, a very rich. Okay? Tyler don't play these games, all right? So, good luck with this lawsuit. But anyways. Well, okay, okay. So, he said, look, I go down, okay. He said, relax and just let it happen. And assured him it wasn't going to hurt. Liar. Um, Girl, I cannot. Not even assured him that it wasn't gonna hurt. What's he, a child? Like y'all ain't teenagers. Like it's not going to hurt. You're grown. Tell them. Now this is gonna hurt a little bit, but really, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but like in your butt. So the what? So yeah, you're rocking that. He alleges Tyler yanked down his underwear. He's saying down his underwear. Ooh, girl. Okay, so he said it wasn't gonna hurt. Dixon says he managed to rebuff the advance by changing the subject, like turning around like you ain't getting in my booty. According to the suit, Dixon finally filed a complaint with Equal Employment and Opportunity Commission in June 2024, and then quit the Oval, saying he could no longer put up with the alleged sexual harassment. Dixon is suing Tyler, and Tyler Perry sues for quid pro quo and workplace sexual harassment and sexual assault. And he is seeking 260 million in damages. So he wants to settle for like what 50, like 50, 20, 20 to 50. He'd be good. That's chump change, Tyler. Because he said that he got a whole bunch of text messages to prove like the years that you think it's in Tyler, girl. That's we'll see. Dixon's oh my god, I'm trying to see. Tyler's attorney Matthew Boyd tells us this is an individual who got close to Tyler for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims are of harassment will fail. So I have to say this. Tyler, you're gay. No shocker. It's not a surprise. We're not like, we know you are. We're just tired of you denying it. Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Everybody's not lying on you. Okay. So I feel like with this lawsuit, it is really established that Tyler Perry likes men. I'm not going to say that he just likes men, but overall, you're gay. Exactly what it's giving. Absolutely. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I have to go over to coffee. We're going to be live on coffee in about 20 minutes. We'll be live on coffee. Oh, yeah. We'll be live over there on coffee. We'll be back tomorrow with more on this. I want to say that this information, and I also want to compare this to Christian Keys. Now, y'all remember Christian Keys was someone that has been working with Tyler Perry for quite some time. Stated that a billionaire basically did something to him, and he had it on recording, and he was going to come forward with the name if certain things didn't happen. So Now it gives, was he talking about Tyler Perry? He never named who it was. So we'll talk about that a little bit. So we'll be back tomorrow. I love you guys. We'll be live in the morning to talk about Diddy in court, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Tyler Perry and this whole situation with the suit. Like, oh, this is crazy. I want to know more about this actor. Has he sued anybody else? Like, is this a money grab or is he serious? Like, wow, I'm nosy. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Until the next show, I'll see y'all over on Coffee in just a minute, okay? So I'm going to put it up on the community wall too. So check the community wall to see exactly what time we'll be live over there. But it should be in like the next 30 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, okay? I love you guys. Until the next show, bye. I love you guys. Bye.